Fiber, the fiber farce. What, pray tell, do I have to say about fiber? Well, let's go into it. If you're somebody that's suffering and sickness and chronic illness and mental illness, and you're suffering, don't worry, fiber fix it. Fiber, that'll fix it. More fiber. That person just needs a little more fiber. Did you try fiber? Hey, oh, whoa, you got severe eczema and psoriasis, and you got weakness in the limbs, and you're fatigued, and you got severe depression. Do you think fiber will fix it? Hey, maybe you need some more fiber. Hey, fiber police, come out here and tell every sick person on the planet it's because they need more fiber. That's what it is. Perfect. We got the answer. Because you guys know we have the answer to why everybody's sick. Everybody's suffering from the plague out there right now. Oh, the last 2 years, it's fiber. They just needed fiber. For God's sake, that's all they needed was some fiber. Brilliant. So glad everybody's on the same page. It just needed a little bit of fiber. You know, I'll tell you right now. Once again, it's unbelievable because nobody knows why anybody is sick. Medical research and science doesn't know why anybody is sick. They don't. They chalk it up to your genes. Your genes are bad and that's why you're sick. It's your genes. Or it's your body attacking itself, autoimmune, right? Your body's destroying itself. Well, that theory, right? Maybe you're just creating it. Bad karma, baby. Maybe it's bad karma. That's your karma. You're sick in bed now? What comes around goes around. It's your karma. It's got to be that. Oh, maybe you're sick and you can't function because you had your head chopped off in 1602. You know? And maybe you died in a fire in 1715 somewhere. Maybe something else happened. You know? And so, you know, and what happens is we don't know why anybody's sick. Nobody knows why anybody's sick. And people are getting sicker and sicker and faster, and life expectancy is dropping. Life expectancy is dropping and dropping. Guess what? They're hiding it too. They're hiding life expectancy. They're actually hiding it. It's dropping faster than they say. They need you to be under the illusion that everybody's living longer and living healthier and living happier, that the illusion is there. And hey, if you're not living longer and healthier, you probably just needed some fiber. You know, the world is so screwed up in so many ways that when it's screwed up in the health realm, it's really bad because, hey, everybody says, oh, health is wealth. Oh man, when I hear that, I hate that one. Health is wealth, right? That one? Yeah, well, it's a good thing you're taking care of yourself. Health is wealth. You know, people don't realize that there's sinister reasons why people are sick. Sinister reasons. The system is built to take people down, destroy them, and kill them. The illumination needs to eliminate people. So they set up the system to purposely eliminate people, and that's how the system is set up. And at the same time, completely bullshit everybody that life expectancy is getting better and better and better and better. It's almost like you just brain screw you along the way, and then some doctor will come out, hi, I'm Dr. So-and-so. This is my 5 best tips to get more fiber into your life. I'll even come out with maybe another book or a next book about fiber. You just need fiber in your life. That's the answer. Lots of fiber in your life will take care of everything. Let's talk about fiber. Let's get going. You guys, just so you know, you're looking at the MM900 HDS, and the sale is going to eventually end. It's going to get there. And then when I'm sitting in a car somewhere, I'm going to have to roll down the window and scream my head off when I see someone leave a comment saying, how did I miss the sale? Hey, do you have a juicer out there that works really good? The sale's coming to an end. It's the MM900 HCS. If you hang on, I'm going to show you how the dry pulp, it's not a magic trick, how the pulp is dry and you save money. Someone left a comment and said, yeah, in 20 years, you'll save money on that juicer in 20 years. Are you kidding? The juicer paid for itself over and over again with just my juicer, meaning like me juicing, has paid for itself over and over again. I got family members that use the juicer and they're like, you know, I saved this much. I'm keeping track. I bought less produce. It's adding up. It's now like $50 a month. And then boom, paid for a juicer. That's incredible. Okay, let's talk about fiber. So the big attack is you need your fiber. You got to have your fiber. That's what it is. And it's an attack on the juicing world. But it's not just attack on the juicing world. It's attack on your mental consciousness. It's attack on you because you're going to think, maybe that's why I'm sick. You can be someone that eats white bread, processed white dough, and you don't get sick. You can be somebody that eats gluten-filled, processed white dough, white flour, dough balls, and then fries them in oil and not be sick. I know some people over the years literally living on fried dough and they're not sick and they're pooping just fine. They got no fiber in their diet and they're pooping. That's what's happening. I know people that are eating white bread, a loaf of white bread and butter, and they can poo just fine. And they're not sick. And then I know people that are eating fruits and vegetables and can't poo at all. I know people that are eating plenty of fiber, but they still have to take fiber supplements and fiber drinks and prescribed fiber medications because something's wrong inside. Fiber has nothing to do with something going wrong and something being wrong inside of you. It's not the fiber that keeps cancer away. It's not the fiber that keeps disease away. It's what was in the plant that wasn't the fiber. The fiber is not where the medicine is. The medicine is in the juice of the plant. You guys, this is so critical. The fiber in the plant is your bones in a human being. Fiber growing a plant out of a ground. The fiber's just there so the plant can erect itself and reach the sun. That's what fiber is. Fiber in an asparagus, okay, you guys, is to get the asparagus shoot to actually reach up for the sun. That's what fiber's for. The fiber in a plant isn't there to save your life. It's a good thing. Fiber's a good thing. Fiber's not a terrible thing. Fiber's not a bad thing. No. It's not. Fiber's a good thing, but the fiber is to bring the plant to the sun. It's the skeleton is what it is. And it's bringing the plant to the sun so that the fiber in here, you won't be able to digest the fiber. The fiber will be just eliminated and you'll be eliminating it. You'll be getting it out of your body when you go to bathroom. But the fiber is a skeleton of the plant to get the plant to have stability and strength to not just lay like this on the ground. The fiber is to help the plant actually become something, right? That's what it's for. It's critical to know this. But the medicine that stops you from getting sick is not the fiber. The medicine that stops you from getting sick is the phytochemical compounds, is the trace minerals. Fiber's not a trace mineral. Fiber's not a trace mineral. Fiber is not zinc. Fiber is not zinc. Fiber's not boron. Fiber isn't magnesium. Fiber's not anthocyanins. Fiber's not resveratrol. Fiber's not vitamin C. Fiber's not B12. Does this make any sense? Fiber's not phytochemical compounds that stop cancer and stop disease. Fiber's not antiviral compounds and antibacterial compounds. That's not fiber. Did you guys know that? It's those things that stop disease and illness. Fiber is the skeleton of the plant so the plant can stand up straight and get some sun. That's what fiber is. Fiber is similar, not the same thing, but similar. By the way, my skeleton lost a leg. Fiber is similar to your bones. Your bones are there so you can stand up straight. That's what your bones are there for, so you can stand up straight. It's there for the animal to stand up straight. It's there for the dog to stand up straight. The dog's fiber really is the bones of the dog, right? So the dog can stand up straight, so the pig can stand up straight. That's the fiber. That's part of it, meaning that's what it's like for plants. It's not exactly like that totally like for humans, but that's what I'm using as an example. Fiber in the plant is so the plant can get to the sun, so it can be seen, so it can rise above the other plants. So they're having a fiber war. Plants have a fiber war to try to rise up off the ground so they can get the sun and they can get what they need so they can create those nutrients. It's critical to know, right? Good to see you guys, by the way. I'm going to be juicing some celery. I'm going to talk about the MM900 HDS. Fiber can't be digested at all. When you have nothing wrong with your gut, you can still go to bathroom no matter what. You can go to bathroom if just water goes in you, if just juice goes in you, if just a liquid goes in you, if just bread goes in you, if donuts. I know people that don't have anything wrong with their gut. They don't have all the bad bacteria that ripped apart their gut. They don't have all kinds of different viruses yet. They don't have these things. They don't have metals in their brain messing up their peristaltic action. So because they don't have that yet, and maybe they're working on it, but they don't have it. Maybe they're working on catching a virus. Maybe they're working on catching bacteria. Maybe they're working on getting contamination by something. But what happens is they can still go to bathroom. They can eat bread and butter and drink beer, and they'll be on the toilet going to bathroom as if nothing was wrong. They didn't need any fiber. And then there's people that get all the fiber you want, but they can lose all peristaltic action, you guys. This is important to know. There's people, okay, that eat all the fiber. You can put all the fiber you want in them, but they got no peristaltic action. They can't go to bathroom. They're still because they're inflamed. They have problems inside the gut. Problems juicing helps to fix. But meanwhile, the anti-juicing world, the fiber freaks, the fiber cult, the fiber freaks, they want to scare you. People can put all the fiber they want, but if they got something corking out their vagus nerve, if they got peristaltic action that died because they got gastroparesis, because they got severe problems, they got neurological problems that aren't allowing gastroparesis, fiber can't fix it. In fact, they can't even eat fiber. It worsens their condition. And here's the irony. Fiber's in everything. You're never going to be fiber free 100% unless you want to go on bread. You want to go on bread, and you're never going to get any fiber. Sure, you can go on a loaf of bread. I got some mock bread right here, some fake bread. You can go on some bread. I'm talking about processed white bread. I'm not talking about whole grain fibrous bread. Hi, UW. I miss your shows. Thank you, Missy, for being here. I appreciate you guys on TikTok. Good to see you guys. I see you guys coming on. I'm glad you guys are coming on. We're live, by the way. I don't know if I told you guys. We're live. Live. We got the MM900 HTS. The sale's going to be running out eventually, so I have to let you guys know. But we're covering hot topics. We're covering powerful information. Juicing is just a powerful addition to all the good things you're having. I want people to get fiber, but I'm not saying get fiber. I'm saying get your antiviral medicine, get your antibacterial medicine, get your phytochemical compounds and your trace mineral salts. Get those, right? Get your critical glucose. Get your sulfur, which is a chemical compound in, say, a food like cabbage, cruciferous. Chemical compounds like sulfur. Get that in your life. Get antiviral compounds. Fiber, that's automatically there. That's automatically there. So we need other things from all the fruits and vegetables, leafy greens and wild foods and everything else and herbs we get. We need more. We're getting more than fiber. Fiber's it's a guarantee. Unless you're somebody just on processed flour only, like I know some people and they still go to the bathroom fine. It's a guarantee. You're fibered out. You got plenty of fiber going in there. You're eating your fiber. It's there. If you can't go to the bathroom, we got another problem. We got inflammation around the bend. This is a highway right here. And if you picture a car going through here, it's like this. Whoa, go around that bend. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, go down. Whoa, whoa. And that's what's happening is the car's going through here. Around the bend, right? And all of a sudden, you got food, and it's going, and it's stuck. That means something's wrong. And you've been eating fiber your whole life. You can go and get the greasiest bacon double cheeseburger, and there'll be probably still more fiber in that greasy, gross bacon double cheeseburger than you can think of. There's still some fiber in there. But if you can't go to the bathroom anymore, you got something stuck. You got a problem in there, or you're getting a mixed signal. It's mixed. It's coming from the vagus nerve. So the vagus nerves, right, are shooting out of your brainstem. 2 vagus nerves coming out of your brainstem. 2, right? You got your vagus nerves coming out of your brainstem, and they're coming down all through here. They're rerouting, and they're sending signals to your gut, and they're telling your gut to peristaltic action. You got a peristaltic action. Go ahead and twist. Twist and turn. Get the poo to move through. Get whatever it is you're eating to move through. Get your food to move through. Get your fiber to move through. Whatever you want to call it. Get it to move through. And if it's not moving through, we're inflamed, or there's a mixed messages coming from the brain through the vagus nerves on down the path to the intestinal tract. And guess what? We have a problem. And that's what's going on. So then you talk to a health professional, and the health professional is just going to be like, oh, all you need is a little bit of fiber. Did you increase your water? How many times do I have to insult you? You probably never tried to increase water yet. Oh, you have? Oh, what do you mean? It's the first thing you learned? Nonsense. You didn't increase your water or your fiber. Increase your water and your fiber. If that doesn't fix it, it's your genes. You're just a broken toy. You're just broken. Your genes are broken. If fiber and water doesn't fix it, then maybe you have lectin problems. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe you have salicylic acid problems. I read an article about that. Maybe you got oxalate issues. Oh, can't go to the bathroom? Probably oxalate issues. Anyway, the one thing to know, and there's a lot of different important things to think about, okay? The one thing to know is that you can't fall into the fiber trap. You're getting fiber. You're getting fiber. You can go to bed at night and recite it to yourself. You're getting fiber. But you know what you're not getting? If you're not juicing your celery juice, you're not getting the sodium cluster salts that are antiviral, antibacterial. You're not getting the vitamin C that doesn't have to be converted by the liver. You're not getting the things you need. And that's critical to know. Pathogens inflame the intestinal tract. Pathogens inflame the intestinal tract. So what happens is we get pathogens inside the intestinal tract. There they go. And they get in there. They find their way in there, and they find their way real easy too. They get into that intestinal tract real easy. They get into the colon really easy. And when they get in there and they're in, you got colitis, you got celiac, you got IBS, you got SIBO, you got Crohn's, you got gastric spasms, you got gastroparesis, you got all kinds of other things. It's the bugs inside your gut. And those bugs can get in there and cause a lot of problems. And if that's not all, it's the heavy metals that get inside the brain and all those toxic heavy metals. And they're sending signals down your vagus nerves, shooting out of your brainstem under here. So right under here, you got your vagus nerves and the signal's going out. And as the signal's going out, you're getting a message to here that's not making it twist. So we're not twisting. We're not twisting anymore. And if you're eating gluten, you're feeding the pathogen, so it only gets worse. Fiber won't fix it because it can't be an antiviral. Your fiber's not an antibacterial. Your fiber's not medicine. I love it when someone wakes up one morning and they come out of a stupor in the health field. Somebody, maybe an MD or an ND or some kind of practitioner or a dietitian, they wake up one morning and they're like, I think I got the problem. It's fiber. I'm going to do an article now about how fiber is so important, and let me research all the other BS about fiber that's been talked about for years. It's like a train of misinformation that's gone wrong. You can hop on there and play on Google all day long and play on the internet and play on social media and be like, I found another article on fiber. This was written in 2012. Well, this article here on fiber is written in 2014. Here's an article about the best ways to get fiber in you and how important it is. And next thing you know, you're gone. You're lost. You're gone. And if you're a practitioner or a health person, like somebody that's in the field of medicine, you're really now screwed because now you're going to be telling your patients, maybe it's more fiber you need. I read an interesting article. Juicing? What? No, don't juice. That would be really bad. You guys, we're live right now, having a little fun. We're talking about fiber, talking about the fiber farce. How about that? Fiber does not have nutrients in it. Fiber is empty. Fiber is the skeleton of the plant. Fiber's not the reason why anybody's sick. Very important to know. We're juicing celery right now. A couple tips. Got to strain your celery juice. In the end, I'll show you how that works. And Michelle L says fiber hurts. For a lot of people with intestinal problems, fiber hurts. Don't get cheated out of benefiting your life, changing your life, turning it around. Don't get cheated out of that because somebody throws the whole, you should be getting the fiber, so don't juice. Don't let someone cheat you out of that beautiful privilege that we can get and obtain, which is actually being able to bring our lives back from juicing. This is a medicine maker. You're seeing herbal medicine be made in front of your eyes right now. Sure, we can take it for granted. We can take it for granted. I can take this machine for granted. I can take juicing celery for granted. Definitely. But when you really think what's happening, it's pretty incredible. Go back to a few hundred years ago. Go back to a few hundred years ago, right? Okay? You got someone that's trying to pull water out of a well, a muddy well, right? Think about it. Okay? And they're slaughtering the only animal they have to survive. They're slaughtering their cow that creates the dairy they need because it's the winter, right? And they're now cooking animal meat, which I'm not against animal protein eaters. I'm not against plant-based people, right? Okay. They got some leftover grain, got some leftover barley or wheat, most likely wheat. They got leftover wheat. So they have leftover wheat. They get some well water from their well, muddy well water. They're cooking their last animals to survive to get to spring, right? And if you knocked on their door on that colonial house and knocked on that door or wherever they were in this world, and you knocked on their door and you went back in the past because you're from the future, you're from 2021, and you went back in the past and you knocked on that door and you said, I want to show you guys something. And you had a stack of celery and you brought this machine in and magically had the ability to have power because the story is magical anyway. And you popped a juicer in front of them and you said, we're going to clear up your deficiencies. We're going to bring you back. You're not going to have the scurvy. We're going to get rid of any scurvy. We're going to get rid of rickets. Your children aren't going to be deficient. We're going to give you a fresh glass of celery juice right out of the future, and we're going to juice it in an herbal medicine maker. They would probably have a heart attack because their mind would be so blown. You couldn't, when you really think about it, their mind would be so blown. You guys, I don't take it for granted. I know what this is. It's a way to bring back our health. It's a way to take control over our lives, right? And that's what this is. And that's what's really special about it. This is just one thing. But I love when nobody knows why anybody's sick. But they got so many answers out there. So many answers. They don't know why anybody's sick. Nobody knows. It's all a guessing game. Mary says, doesn't fiber move poo out of the system? Fiber doesn't move poo out of the system. Your intestinal tract moves the poo out of your system. You can be somebody that's literally on white bread, processed bread, dough, donuts, and your peristaltic action, you could be somebody that's on meat, which has no fiber in it. And your peristaltic action, if it's working, Mary, it's gonna push the meat out and the dough. You can be somebody that lives off of white bread meat sandwiches. White processed bread meat sandwiches. And you can be eating a white bread meat sandwich and people will poo it out because their peristaltic action is doing the contorting act to get it out and squeeze it out. You can be on just meat, plain old meat. And you literally, if your peristaltic action is working because you don't have any problems, you'll be getting it out. But if you can't poo because you need all this fiber, then you have a problem. A problem that you're using fiber as a tool because you can't go anymore because you actually have a physical problem going inside the body, making it so you can't go to the bathroom. So then you might be somebody or anybody that ends up knocking on some doctor's door, which is great, or practitioner's door, and read an article and it says, don't juice because it gets rid of the fiber. And all of a sudden you're scared, but the juicing is what fixes the problem inside the intestinal tract and the gut so that you can get peristaltic action to go to the bathroom without having any fiber. And be like someone who doesn't have a problem in their intestinal tract. I know some people, they can live off of donuts and they'll poo it out just fine. They don't have any problem. It's like fiber. They're like, what? What do I need fiber for? Is that just a new age word? They'll be like, whatever, I'm going to the bathroom fine. But does your health get worse if you're just on white bread? Yes, for other reasons, because you don't get protected by the antiviral compounds and the medicine and the trace mineral salts. You don't get protected by the anthocyanins right there. See the anthocyanins right there? You don't get protected by the anthocyanins. You see them, right? That's the purple. You don't get protected by those. Those are the antioxidants. Those are the antiviral compounds, antibacterial compounds, and trace mineral salts. So what you'll find with the MM900 is it saves you money, and the pulp comes out dry. That's what happens. The pulp comes out dry. It's not sopping wet. You have a dry bowl. Got a dry bowl. Link is in profile. Link is in the description on the juicer. It's coming down to the end of the sale. And I can't express how important juicing is for somebody to stay healthy. And if someone is talked out of juicing in their life, you use any juicer you have. Forget the MM900. The MM900 saves people money. It squeezes every last drop. It pulverizes like no other juicer does. But if you have any juicer, I'll take it. I'm on board. I'm on board. Keep the juicer you have. If you have any juicer, I don't care if it's a $10 juicer and it's got a crank on it, and you're doing a $10 juicer and you got a crank on it, I will be patting you on the back until you don't even get the MM900. Fine. Just keep what you're doing because you're juicing, and it's the juicing part. Yeah, this is an incredible machine. It saves you money. You end up saving, and it pays for itself. And basically you get into a dry ball of pulp. And you're now buying half the celery and half this and half that. And if you want to juice something else, like a carrot, you're buying less carrots. You're buying less cucumbers, right? But the point is, and pomegranate, the same thing. You're buying less pomegranate, and it adds up big time. And the food prices are going up. So this machine became like this blessing. It became this blessing. The MM900 HTS. I endorsed it. I endorsed the company because I know what it's doing, and I know what it's doing for people. But if you have any juicer, you guys, I stand behind it 100%, meaning like I'm on board. You use the juicer you have. Just make juice, please. Please, I beg of you to make juice with the juicer you have. You don't have to get the MM900 because I know how important juicing is. If I don't have passion towards the juicing, and if I don't have a mission towards the juicing, how is it going to stay alive to keep people alive? Because there's always an attack to take the good down out there. With celery juice, don't add anything. Don't add anything. I love how the pulp is dry. I just love that. It's my favorite. It's my favorite thing. It's damp. It's incredible how that works, right? Don't put any ice in there. Don't put any lemon in there. Don't put anything like that, okay? Don't put ice, don't put lemon, don't put anything like that. You want 16 to 32 ounces. I'm throwing it in a mug right now. Throwing it in a glass mug to show you. Right? Always strain it. 16 to 32 ounces. Right? And empty stomach, first thing in the morning. It's herbal medicine. That's what it is. It's herbal medicine at its best, and keep that in mind. How long will it keep? I see on TikTok. I mean, you could put it in the fridge for a day. You want to drink it right away, but I've had celery juice in the fridge for 3 days, and I've consumed it, and it still beats anything in the store that's in a bottle or anything. So why does Julie? Really good question. I want to answer that one. It's fantastic. Fiber doesn't feed. First of all, Julie, I want to answer that question, but I want to talk about something. Fiber doesn't feed good bacteria. Fiber cannot be broken down. It can't be consumed. So we need to know how that works. That's a theory because the theorists in medicine and health, they don't want to lose the fiber tune. They want to sing the fiber tune over and over again, like fiber. Yeah, fiber is everything. It's fiber, right? They don't want to lose that. So all of a sudden now, we've learned about there's good bacteria in the gut. Well, I bet you fiber has a lot to do with that. What else, right? Hey, vitamin D is important for people. I bet you fiber has everything to do with that vitamin D being important. Okay, what else? People need vitamin C. Fiber, I bet you, has everything to do with that. People need, it's fiber. See, they just lump it all into each other without knowing why anybody's sick or how to heal, right? So fiber doesn't feed bacteria. Fiber gets discarded. It gets discarded because it's waste and it doesn't have any nutrients in it. That's how it works with fiber. Your body can't break it down, can't digest it, nor can bacteria, can't break down and digest fiber. It can't. Fiber stays fiber is what it does. Very important to know. But good bacteria feeds on the juice that cracked out of the pulp of something. You bite a lemon, you bite the lemon pulp, you squeeze that lemon juice in, that good bacteria will feed off of that lemon juice. Good bacteria feeds off of the juices of those important phytochemical compounds, of those important vegetables and fruits and leafy greens and herbs. Good bacteria feeds off the juices. You want to save any good bacteria, you make sure you give them lots of juice. That's how it works. So there's a question about coffee I don't want to lose. Why does coffee move things? There's a question right here. I think it was on YouTube or Facebook. Why does coffee move things? Coffee moves things because coffee stimulates your adrenals. Caffeine makes your adrenals dump epinephrine into your bloodstream. Epinephrine is fight or flight, and you have to poo while you're either getting killed or you're running from someone trying to kill you. See how it works? When you get scared, you shit your pants. There's a reason why that term exists. When you get scared out of your mind, you shit your pants. You pee your pants. The reason why you pee and poo your pants when you get scared to death is because that's an adrenaline reaction to empty you so you can have more ability to fight and run. Someone comes to attack you, you need to evacuate. Animals in the wild eliminate everything inside of them. Before the deer, you chase a deer. If a wolf chases a deer, the deer will empty out its entire innards, basically. All the deer poop will go flying out of the deer as it's running. It's fight or flight. We have it too. When you drink caffeine, you told your adrenals, we're fight or flight. You're either going to get killed or run. Kill or be killed or whatever. Fight or flight, whatever. And so coffee, all that caffeine makes the adrenals go, oh my God, there's a problem. Oh, I got to go to the bathroom now. I got to do my bowel movement. Caffeine's a poison too. And poisons need to be eliminated. So it's a combination of that. You know what's interesting about medical medium information? Thank God you guys know this. But it's information you won't hear anywhere else. And Melton said that. Melton just said, this info you won't hear anywhere else. I'm honored, truly. I am. Warms my heart, you know that. It really does. And people steal it and they won't cite it back. Trust me, that will be all through the vegan movement. In about, the vegans especially, like the vegan movement people. Not vegans, but like the people trying to get to the top of the vegan movement, you know, to become a speaker or a book writer or whatever it is, right? It's happened the last 35 years. They love taking medical medium tidbits, injecting it into the vegan movement, and then telling other people don't listen to that medical medium. That's classic, actually, with the vegan movement. I think, you know, what happens is that And again, I'm pro-vegan, pro-plant-based, and I'm also pro-animal protein. I'm pro-pescatarian. I'm pro-vegetarian. Vegetarians can eat terrible. Vegetarians, horrible. Vegans can eat horrible. Animal protein can eat horrible. Terrible they can eat. Anyway, this is the MM900 HDS. It's a very special machine. It's on sale right now, $90 off. You'll see the sale in the checkout at omegajuicers.com. So you go to omegajuicers.com. The link is in the bio. You guys on TikTok? The link is in the bio. The link is in the description. You guys sign up to my newsletter, themedicalmedium.com. Go to medicalmedium.com. Please sign up to my newsletter. The link is in the bio as well and in the description, right? And also follow me on Amazon Live. All right? I just made a quiche today. So I made this quiche today. Here it is. I made this quiche. I made this beautiful quiche right here. It's a chickpea quiche. It's gluten-free, dairy-free. It's an incredible quiche. I can't wait to down that later. And when I'm eating it, I'm not going to think about the fiber aspect. Yeah, there's lots of fiber in there. There's tons of fiber in there. That's not what I care about. I care about the phytochemical compounds. That's the critical thing. They got the broccoli in there. It's incredible. Onions, you got the garlic in there. The link is in the bio, by the way, to sign up to the Amazon Live. Not sign up, but to follow me on Amazon Live for the Medical Medium Cooking Show, which is really cool. And that's where I made this quiche today. But you guys, look for my newsletter. Follow me on my podcast, the Medical Medium Podcast at Apple Podcasts. Check out my newsletter so you know where I'm at and everything else. Would love the chickpea quiche recipe. Wow. That's in Liver Rescue. It's an incredible recipe too, you guys. So here we are. I know you guys have seen this. This is in Liver Rescue. Here you are. Liver Rescue is an incredible book. It is. And I don't know if anybody has it, but you'll see a little picture of me when I was 4 years old, holding a baby bird and begging Spirit of Compassion to give me any kind of guidance and ability to heal it. And that was a long time ago. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm going to Instagram. I'm turning TikTok back on and I'm turning Telegram back on. I love you guys. And just know I care.